It's no secret that there's another Battlefield game in the works. In the past month, EA has stopped all support for both Battlefield 5 and Star Wars Battlefront 2 in order to take both of the dev teams and put them onto their next game. It's said by EA themselves that they're working on the next Battlefield game, but it also makes sense as next generation consoles are right around the corner. I also don't think they want to be porting Battlefield 5 over to next generation anytime soon, as it's safe to say that their last efforts with it was slightly lazy. I've been a fan of Battlefield for a while. Since 4, I've loved the franchise and have always sided with it instead of Call of Duty. I've also supported DICE over the years in their decisions. Unlike many, I loved Hardline and I tried to make the most out of Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5. However, in recent times, I've had a hard time picking back up the franchise. The game hasn't been that fun. It severely lacks content and the combat changes in this iteration feel clunky and out of place. But that doesn't mean the future installments have to be this way. Today I wanted to share what makes a Battlefield game fun for me, and probably most of you watching. Welcome to Game Talk, I'm Harry Gray, and this is what we need from Battlefield 6. First off, let's get the big main one out of the way. The setting of the next game needs to be set in modern day. Now, not too modern, we don't want futuristic tech, but not too much in the past either. We have had 4 years full of World War games that I think we've just burnt out on the setting. We've been playing on these warfronts for a while now, and I think the fact that they were not received that well compared to the others like Battlefield 4, which has been played for even longer than both of the past 2 games combined, that shows the setting just isn't what we find the most entertaining. It seems as if the modern take would be more appealing to the audience. I think that the reason for this isn't necessarily the actual maps and locations. Jumping between rooftops and skyscrapers is pretty damn fun in Battlefield 4, but it doesn't beat the variety of weapons, vehicles, and customization that this time zone also offers. And that is my big problem with Battlefield 5. Because of the chosen setting, DICE have backed themselves into a corner, because back in World War I and World War II, they didn't have a wide range of weapons to choose from. They didn't have access to weapon attachments, and they definitely did not have Apache helicopters or quad bikes. This makes the variety of items to unlock very limited, and for a game that you'd want to put in a lot of time into and progress in, that's not very good. In Battlefield 4, there were hundreds, if not thousands, of items to unlock and hundreds of guns to trick out. This made the game feel like you were going somewhere. If you liked a gun, you'd progress and grind out that weapon, spending hours upon hours without realizing it. Battlefield 1 and 5, on the other hand, had a handful of weapons and even less attachments, and this was seriously underwhelming. The sheer amount of content previous games offers gave them variety, as each person's loadout would be different. Even Hardline, a game which people seem to hate, had a great arsenal of weapons and gadgets to choose from. Every player would have a different playstyle and everyone would have a personalised loadout. Each encounter, whilst being somewhat the same, always left me with thinking about what setup they were running. And yes, there were some weapons that were better than the others, but the player base wouldn't use just the one weapon. In fact, some liked the challenge of using a weaker weapon and mastering it. Yet in Battlefield 1 and 5, if there was a meta, people would use it. This made me feel tired of just doing the same thing over and over again. If we can fix that, then we are leap and bounds better than previous installments. As mentioned before, I said that EA and DICE did a great job in reviving Battlefront 2. They did an insane job on that, and one way they did it was with future content updates, DLC, and limited time events. The way they did this was great. They spaced them out well. Just as you were getting bored, they dropped new maps, cosmetics, and heroes. I like how they did this because it gave them time to listen to us and see what we want next. Early in Battlefront 2's lifespan, we were dying for Clone Wars content. We asked and we thankfully got it. So when it comes to Battlefield 6 DLC and updates, if we specifically feel like we're missing something, hopefully it can be added to the game. Now, I'm not saying that they shouldn't drop content that they've planned. They always have great ideas. I'm suggesting that the little quality of life improvements should be selected by mass opinion. Perhaps we like a certain map, then creating a similar one but with new ideas could please a lot of people. Additionally, I think Battlefield 6 needs to have free DLC. It may seem like a stupid idea, but additional content is going to be the lifeline, and charging players for it isn't really a good idea. I would also love for limited time events to celebrate the seasons or festivities. An event which puts snow all over the maps to celebrate Christmas would be lovely. I did almost say cute, but cute and shooting people in the face don't really go together. Of course, this might mean losing money, but there's plenty of ways in which the game could be monetizable, and segue, I would be completely fine with a cosmetic shop or battle pass system. I love the ability to buy certain items because of how it looks. Rainbow Six and Overwatch are perfect examples for this. As they release new skins, if I liked one, I'd treat myself and buy it, or I would buy the season pass like Apex Legends and grind for the items I like. This is a great system. I play and I get progression back from it. It's ingenious. Now, this is a risky topic because EA is known for monetizing its games in the wrong way. Buyable items in Battlefield 6 need to be cosmetic only and not offer any advantage. Otherwise, I think the internet would blow up and the franchise as a whole would probably be finished. I think it would be safe to say that DICE have learned from the huge mistake that Battlefront 2's launch was. Pretty much saying, look, we know we're wrong for making you pay for even more to play this game, but at least we know we're doing it on purpose. That makes it okay. I can definitely see them adding buyable cosmetics and ditching their loot box system, or what they call battle packs. Lastly, I would like Battlefield to reclaim an idea that they pioneered. I would love for DICE to bring back Levolution. Back in Battlefield 4, they introduced level design, which changes over time due to player interaction, and they called it Levolution. For example, on the Battlefield 4 map Siege of Shanghai, there's a tall skyscraper which can be destroyed and fall down if damaged enough. These level designs are awesome and adds an extra level of realism and gets you involved in the game. However, this has fallen off down the road and isn't featured heavily in Battlefield 5. Instead, games like Fortnite have taken the idea and given it a whole new life. I would love to see EA bring this back, and can you imagine huge explosions and awesome destruction with the new next-gen graphics? All those triangles! So many triangles!
There are around 1 million triangles. Nanite can render an insane number of triangles. There are over 1 billion triangles, 20 million drawn triangles. Triangles.
Right folks, that's what I want in the next Battlefield game. Leave what you think the game needs in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and can you do me a favor? Can you have a great day? Thank you.